Stavi, is Stavos a good friend? Is he a jerk? Is he a betrayer? What they might call a backstabber? To get views, to get the fame, to be friends and beloved amongst high society of fame. So first, before I make this video talking about Stavo, let me say this. I really like this guy. I listen to his podcast. I think he's hilarious. He's a fantastic comedian. I think he's going to continue to do great stuff. So obviously that gives me full exempt to judge him and make a video gossiping about him. So here we go. Now with Stavi here, if you listen to his podcast and him on other podcasts as well, there's a big trend that we've noticed here. I would say probably in the last 2 years, and there's a hard cut down the middle here where a lot of people are going, I can't believe you're going to say these things about Stavi. You're actually going to be shocked of how I deliver this, because I'm kind of on his side as much as I am like, dude, I don't know that I would do this. There's no doubt that our friend here has a mouth on him, and I can totally relate to that because I have always had a mouth on me, and I have paid for it dearly. That's why I have a YouTube channel now. We've noticed that Stavos has blown up here in the past few years, obviously coming off TikTok, killing it with clips, having great specials, and about to have another one as well, which is going to lead to a lot of our point. But what has been going on late, obviously, the big thing in the comedian world right now is that Christina and Tom Pazzinski have split. They're divorced, donezo. I think a lot of us saw that coming. Trust me, I've talked about it extensively, and I'm on Team Christina. No matter how bad she hates that we're making teams, I've done it. I'm with you. I'm sorry. But Stavos has recently talked about that situation too. This is the point of what I'm saying here, is that we've seen Stavos kind of put himself away from, if you would say, the Rogan sphere and being connected to a lot of those people that are connected to Rogan and obviously openly talk shite about them. And trust me, there's a lot of the Rogan sphere that I just don't connect with. I'm not some meat-eating, turbo workout, jumping out of trees, breaking Rudolph's neck in half, and nor do I want to be considered a high-value man. But I'll listen to a Rogan podcast as well. But there is something going on in this world right now where a lot of people have noticed that Stavos has broken away from a lot of that group. The Kill Tony group, what you would say the Texas group. He's just completely split from them and openly talks shite about them. And now what's more interesting too is that Stavos has broken off into this film world. He can act, he can hold his own chops in a movie, a TV show. He's doing great. And his new special's coming out. So this leaves a lot of people going, is he going to go on these other podcasts that he has talked open junk about now? It's interesting. Come along with this ride with me as we gossip openly about Stavos. Now, it's no secret that Stavos has separated himself quite a bit lately here, I would say the past almost 2 years from the Rogan sphere. There's no doubt about that. He's been on Kill Tony, he's been on Joe Rogan, he's been on a lot of those podcasts that are somewhat connected, or I dare say that we're more heavy connected to that earlier on, but we have seen a lot of separation from the Rogan sphere with a lot of comedians. Not that they're wanting to, backhand Joe Rogan, but just, it is a different feel in the comedy world. Does anyone remember like growing up in the 90s and you had East Coast versus West Coast? That's a lot of what this feels like when we talk about the comedian world right now. But we've got East Coast, West Coast, and then we'll just say Texas Coast. And I find all of it funny, amusing, very talented people. Now, I don't think Stavos is going to get any backlash from this. I think this is just kind of his personality. He's a big, lovable, goofy guy with a smart attitude on him. But I do think there's a real element here that we actually might start to see with Stavos. He is good at acting, and he could really get better at acting. What I think might happen here is that him being a comedian right now, I really do think that he could actually break off into the acting world and be really successful with it. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I think the acting world needs someone like Stavos right now. Someone that's funny, great with deprecating humor, great on screen, and doesn't look perfect. And he's already being like a Hollywood actor, going after anyone that goes against his woke ideology, which is totally fine and I get it. Or maybe what he would say progressive. However you want to chew this down. But Stavos, yes, he lives different. He's a man of the people, man of the night, indulges in all the wonderful elements that the dark side of life has. But now that he has a new stand-up special coming to the platforms here, it will be interesting where he goes in the conversations that steer themselves wherever they go here into these upcoming podcasts. But even something like the Rogan podcast, I really don't think that Rogan even cares, because we know that Rogan does not care about confrontation on his podcast, so he's more than willing to have someone on there that he doesn't agree with. But like I referenced before, talking about this East Coast, West Coast kind of vibe that's going on right now with the comedy world, and then the Texas vibe, it does feel that we are in the middle of this comedian battle world right now. And Stavos has obviously made himself be this East Coast comic who is totally over the Texas toast right now, if you will. And I totally get it, I really do. As much as I do enjoy Kill Tony and a few other Texas comics. But I would say I'm a lot more into the East Coast comedian world right now, like Dan Soder, Joe Liz, Stavos. So where Stavi goes from here, I think he's just going to get bigger. And really, I think he has hit this point of where he really doesn't need a lot of these other podcasts. I think he's big enough to attract new people just on his own. He really has become, I don't really know that people understand how big he is. Stavos is really, really a big comic now. And more than likely, within the next coming years, he's going to be, able to sell out stadiums. He is really a massive comedian right now for the backlog that is coming to him right now. And this is really just the change of kingdoms, if you will. Now that the Segura camp is kind of going down here, other comedians have kind of fallen off here, it seems like a perfect entry point for Stavos to get even bigger right now and push into this. And at the end of the day, people like trash talking. People like drama no matter where they're at. And if it's in their entertainment, it's even better. So, Stavi, wish you all the luck in the world, buddy. We'll see what happens next. Okay, bye.